It seems like every day we hear the same story. The SBA is continuing to stonewall millions of small businesses and puts up every roadblock possible to prevent us, all of you guys, from getting the grant money that we were promised over a year ago. But today we're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Well, at least those that applied for the 24 months of working capital. Now what about those that applied for the grants? When are we going to get our $10,000 EIDL grant and the $5,000 bonuses? Are we ever going to get this? And are there any other options for the small, struggling businesses across this country that are waiting for their money? All this and more in today's video. Hello and welcome to Stephen Carlson Show. I'm Stephen Carlson. I'm a tech entrepreneur, real estate investor, author, YouTuber, paramedic, and Bonnie is down here, and Clyde is... looks like Clyde's eating a carrot right now. You know, look guys, the only way we're going to get our $15,000 grants is by standing together and making our voices heard. You've already heard me say this, but it truly does help. Comment down below with the hashtag #TeamEIDL and share this video everywhere on social media. Getting the word out is the only way we're going to force those lazy in DC to get off of their ass and finally do something for all of our small businesses before we all go out of business. And of course, before I go any further, you guys already know this, I have a team of outstanding lawyers that Clyde keeps chained up so they don't escape. The only problem with these stinking lawyers, they get a little rowdy. I'm going to make a video, and the only way to calm these stinking lawyers down is to give a quick disclaimer. Oh, I messed that up, but you already get the point. The opinions here are exactly that. They're my opinions. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a lawyer. This is not legal financial tax advice. You get the point. Also, while I have you here, please help support the channel. Go to Webull, link down below, deposit $100 and get 2 free stocks. Okay, enough of that. Let's get to today's video. We all know that the SBA has basically been purposely screwing over small businesses. While we still need to fight to get what we were promised over a year ago, I'm starting to build a resource list for all of you that will be kept up to date with the latest savings, promotions, and strategies, grants, and financing options available to businesses reopening after the pandemic. If you have any suggestions for resources, please comment down below or send them over to me on Discord. Now, as a reminder, make sure you ignore any links given to you by those scammers that keep posting the stupid spam messages in the comments. The links to my legitimate accounts are always in the show description box and the very top pinned comment. Multiple business owners that are in the audience have reported, along with multiple YouTube channels, that the SBA leadership is finally cleaning house, and they are removing some of the unnecessary barriers to people getting funded.
Had about a dozen people step forward, and if you have, in the comments below, make sure you tell everybody we need some inspiration for those who have been stuck in the queue for months. As I said yesterday, the SBA is about to have their best month, arguably, in over a year, because they have gotten rid of, from what we're hearing, the 4506T, although Miss Isabel Guzman has not announced that publicly. But if you are an applicant, as many of you wrote me in the last 24 to 48 hours, if your loan officer has told you in the last week or two that they've already gotten rid of 4506T, because many of you, 12, I think the number was as of about an hour ago, somewhere around $2.2 million, a little over 190,000, if my math serves me correctly in terms of an average loan size, have gotten funded. Some of you all the way back to April when you first applied. So it's no doubt about it, ladies and gentlemen, there's a new sheriff in town. The same department that handled the PPP last year has now taken over the EIDL program. The Office of Disaster Assistance, as of a few days ago, or maybe even a week and a half ago, is out.
As we all know, the IRS has been a massive impediment to the SBA approving the 24-month loan increases for many applicants. So if this is true, it'd be a huge development. In previous videos, I have covered my opinions as to why the DC leadership is encouraging the SBA to stonewall the release of business stimulus. It kind of better plays into the administrative's narrative that ever larger and more expansive stimulus spending packages are needed. Think of it this way. If all of the hundreds of billions of dollars that have been currently allocated, but not yet spent on stimulus, actually makes it into the hands of the people, the country would come roaring back, and there would be no need for any additional stimulus packages. Sadly, this is all about politics. And no, I don't mean that left versus right politics crap. No, this is all about the DC swamp from both parties, looking how they can best position themselves for the 2022 midterm and, of course, the 24 presidential election. Neither party really cares about us, the people. They only care about their power. In fact, I cover this all in great detail of how both parties have been lying, cheating, stealing, and if the rumors are true, possibly even killing to shore up their power over the past 50 plus years. Check out my book, America Hijacked. The link is down in the description. Okay, let's get back to EIDL. As you know, one of my tech businesses, AutoCorner, was approved for the EIDL loan back when the CARES Act was first approved, the use of this money for the pandemic relief. At the time, the SBA had artificially, and some would say illegally, capped the business loans at $150,000 so you could not get the full $2 million that were allocated by the law. But a few months ago, the SBA has removed that $150,000 cap and they increased it to $500,000. When they moved this cap, we reapplied asking for the increase. My SBA rep said that we were approved, yet even 2 months later, the portal still says processing, and we appear to be in this endless wait to get funded.
So there is $255 to $260 billion of unspent EIDL loan money, somewhere around $28 billion out of 30 of unspent targeted EIDL. So there is no reason whatsoever they shouldn't get off this middle income discrimination crusade that they're all in on and give everybody in low, middle, and high a chance at the 10 or maybe even $15,000 in supplemental grants. All right, so look, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to step in the comments. If you have suddenly gotten funded, let's say in the next 3 days, after being stuck for weeks or even months, you need to tell us right now. And you need to get specific. Did your loan officer say the reason why you all of a sudden got funded is they were given the green light to get rid of the 4506T? Because as Carol Roth, by the way, The War on Small Business, it's an excellent book. You need to get a copy of it. She just pointed an article out from CNET that, again, as I said yesterday, there's 35 million tax applications or filings that are backed up at the IRS. 35 million. It was 2 million about a month and a half ago. Now it's what? 15 plus times that? In other words, there's no way in hell that the SBA can rely on the IRS any longer to get you a 4506T to your loan officer. So if it's true, and we're hearing that, step into the comments and make sure you tell us.
The annoying thing is, while our business is located within the low-income area, per the SBA, we were still denied the $10,000 EIDL grant and the $5,000 supplemental for unspecified reasons. When I ask them, they just give me a vague answer about our location. I am a firm believer, as I know many of you are as well, that this whole idea of limiting the EIDL grants to only businesses located within low-income areas is plain stupid. Just because your neighbor is wealthy doesn't make you wealthy. We have seen countless examples where multi-million and even multi-billion-dollar businesses were eligible for the EIDL grant just because they were located within poor neighborhoods. But yet, business owners that are run by honest, hardworking, lower-income individuals that struggle every single month to pay their high rents because they just happen to be located in a more wealthy neighborhood, they've been completely shafted. So what is your situation with your loan and your grant? Have you been approved? What's currently going on? Have you been funded? Why don't you comment down below and let us know. Thank you very much for watching. Please make sure you can like and subscribe. Doing so really helps the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate it, as do Bonnie and Clyde. Thanks, and I'll see you on the next one.